Hey y'all, namaste my witchlings. Give me just about 10 more seconds. I gotta put my Hello, 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 and namaste, my witchlings. I feel like Anastasia meets, I feel like Wednesday Addams meets Dolores Umbridge the way I'm dressed today. But hey, it works, right? Alright. The glasses really don't help. Yes. Yep, everything's good. Alright, just gotta throw this on. I am slightly sniffly. Otherwise, we're good. I cannot have my glasses on when I put my lipstick. Ha! Hey, Caleb, long time no see, my friend. How are you? We are doing pretty good over here. Losing my absolute mind, but that is absolutely nothing new or different, is it? Okay. I have Folsom Prison Blues. I have Folsom Prison Blues stuck in my head. Yeah, we hear ya, Mimi. I am so sorry that this is just utter ridiculous and stupidity. Ridiculousness and stupidity, and I am so frustrated with my government. Mark. Okay, Caleb, I am responding to Mimi, who is in the portrait chat. You are chilling out in landscape today, but that's okay. Okay, earrings. Oh, no. Go make your coffee, babe. Good. I am so glad you have an appointment on Wednesday. That is actually really, really, really good news. He is going to go make a cup of coffee. I'm going to just kind of kill some time here because ain't nobody watching us, right? I always listen to Be My Baby. Okay. We're going to minimize that so that it's out the way. Now we're going to bring this. Not that. Maybe. Nope. Wait. What? Uh-oh. There's where it is. That is not red enough. I'm not happy with the way my lipstick looks, so we're going to fix that shit. It is Friday. Anybody got big plans for the weekend? Any and all plans I might have for the weekends are kind of on hold until after the 1st of November because my partner in crime for them is hella busy until then. Yay! I have a brand new candle for today because we killed the one we had yesterday. We're going to wipe that off. There we go. That shows up on screen better. There we go. And blush does not look hellacious. It's hilariously funny to me when I will go out in public, completely forgetting that effectively I have stage makeup on. And I look like, well, I look like I put my makeup on with a trowel at that point. But it looks perfectly natural to you guys. All right, y'all. I hear noise. He is back. Hey, Hazel. Oh, I know that feeling, Mimi, and it's one of the worst feelings in the world. Yup. All right. I forgot to put a blanket under me. Shit. Okay. See if I can do. Nope. I'm gonna pull it down behind me. It kind of hurts. All right, give me a second, y'all. I gotta fix my blanket. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Ah, bummer. Oh. So today's blanket has to be under my ass because while I'm wearing a sweater on top because my upper body is chilly, I have shorts on the bottom because fucking menopause is no fun. Half of my body is roasting to death, half of my body is freezing to death, and some days it's left versus right, other days it's top versus bottom. I cannot wait until this shit is done. Now that I have ranted. That is true. But hey, you know, they wouldn't take the uterus when I begged them to 2 years ago. So hey, oh well. I have Jeff singing Folsom Prison Blues stuck in my head now. I had some fun last night. I did, as you can see, this shelf no longer looks the way it did yesterday. For those of you who are on landscape, I did a ton of cleaning and rearranging in here yesterday. And one of the things I did, what was I just... Oh, my pictures. I found my guardian kitty pictures that I had printed up like a year ago. Finally got them put up. And I am quite happy with what I have accomplished. It's a good thing. My office is coming back together. Now, the only thing I want that I cannot do yet is I need to be able to get into my closet. And that involves moving my desk. We're not doing that yet. There's a small part of me that wants the red suit that's hanging in there to wear for the Christmas daily draws, though. Because it's actually really comfortable. I just never wore it to work again after I was working. I had just bought this suit. I was working with my boss. And a customer came in, and I was doing my usual customer service. And he's like, and that's why they call you the boss. And my boss just started laughing, and I'm like, actually, that's the manager. I'm just the new sales assistant. And, yeah. It was great. Yeah, no, I have not moved the picture frame yet because I cannot. What I'm going to do is I have the ability to set it to turn off during certain hours, and I'm just going to turn it off while I'm doing daily draw. But yeah, I rearranged this shelf. It did have my jewelry and that on it. It now has all of the books that I thought I would grab regularly, so they sat right here by my desk, but discovered I wasn't, so they got moved. That shelf now has stuff that I do actually get into more frequently, and I'm really happy with what I did yesterday. Just have like 3 more things that I need to find permanent homes for, rearrange what's under the desk, but otherwise, yeah, I'm happy. I'm getting things. I have to work with my autism and ADHD instead of against it. And so I'm working very, very, very hard on that particular one. Glasses case. Yep. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with the way things are going. This room is forever going to be a work in progress. Well, I'm guessing nobody else is going to show up today. Sad panda. It's a slow Friday. So you know what? We're just going to get moving and do the, can we please protect the energy of this space? And please be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, the mods and Arnold will be finding you with the band hammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Apparently somebody popped in just as the clip started. Oh, let's do some networking, Mimi. Because that's one of the things I want to do as well. I want to connect my witchlings with each other. Yeah. Kind of similar to the political burnout group that I'm facilitating, and the accidental group chat that I started on Facebook Messenger the other day. All right, y'all. Coffee Coffee me, please. Coffee is good. Okay. Oh, no. Well, that might be part of why I'm getting too warm too. Send me a doggo. Shit. I have 2 of the 3. I need Luna to come open the door. Oh, yes. Mimi, it's one that I accidentally started by I was trying to send a reel to a bunch of friends and accidentally started a group chat. So, I think we are now friends on Facebook, so I can add you to that chat. It's getting entertaining. Aspen has been sharing the cards that they've been making, tons of cat and dog and pet pictures, and just some really fun conversations because it's friends from high school on up to my spoonies that I've met in the last 2 years. So it's entertaining. And some of my kids. Oh, thank you, babe. That helps. Now I don't feel like I'm going to, melt. It was hilarious. And one of the people that I added, she does not talk to people she doesn't know. But one of the other people is one of her best friends. And she said, I was going to nope the fuck out of here. But now that everybody's starting to share cat pictures, I'm in. So, hey. And I've had 3 people who didn't know each other before start chatting with each other and getting to know each other. And I'm like, yes, making connections. Hey, Bean, good to see ya. All right. Are we ready to get going? Tinks. It would be the Took Monster. Or your son. He opened my office door and got hit by a wave of green fog. Not me, because I have not been gassy yet today, so I'm thinking it's one of the boys. We're doing great. We're doing just stellar here. All right, and I'm going to say today's draw. Let's get started. I remembered. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to do. I realized I needed to do that as I was typing, and then my keyboard's over here. Have in the morning. Okay. All right. Yes. Today's draw asks us to face truth and transformation. We see how old commitments and yeah, I bobbled my tongue. Let's try this again. Today's draw asks us to face truth and transformation. We see how old commitments and unresolved issues have stirred discomfort, but also the spark of renewal through the Four of Cups reversed. Namaste reminds us to build a relationship with our future selves. Self-compassion urges kindness in the now. Our moment of Zen reminds us through Whitehead and Hopkins that wonder births wisdom and divinity charges all things. Namaste, Witchlings! Welcome one and all to Di's Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. So, welcome back, or hey, hi if you're new here, welcome. Every day we flow through the sacred spiral, and I am Di, your favorite yoga witch, and guide through that spiral. So let's step into it together. Now go grab your favorite crystal. I am hoarding tiger's eye today. Light your candle or incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug. And let's step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing because it helps our Witchling circle keep growing and keeps our daily spiral turning. We have a birthday, and Amy's not here. We have a birthday today. Today, I get to wish a very special and amazing man a happy birthday and thank him for giving me a chance to show him that I am not like his sister. Uncle Chandler, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. We have some Witchling Ohana to send love and light to as well. Ah! I forgot. Okay. I spaced that the birthday banner is up, not... Okay. Try this again. Today, I have the honor of wishing a very special and amazing man a happy birthday and thank him for giving me a chance to show him that I am very much not like his sister. Uncle Chandler, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Happy birthday, Uncle Chandler. We have some Witchling Ohana to send love and light to. One of my social media goddesses, Zen, has a friend who needs our love and light. May Holy Jen find peace in whatever form that may be. And also, John, our dear Witchling, his brother is back in hospital and will be there for a couple of days. Can we send him and the entire family love and light as well? With the lighting of our flame, may our light be a beacon of hope in the darkness for those who are stumbling and lost along the way. I also hold this light for survivors and victims of gun violence in this country, remembering them in our circle as well. With the lighting of our candle, our sacred circle is closed and we invite the ancestors to be with us today. All right. Hello, Handawi. Thank you. Yes, I am hearing what I'm seeing what you were saying. I want to give you a heads up that while I am in the middle of doing one of my things, such as lighting the candle or that, I generally do not interact with the chat, but I do take a moment between segments to interact. Thank you, Mimi. You are awesome. All right. I'm going to sip some Dr. Pepper. I am very much autistic ADHD and distracted by the smallest things. We have discovered that the easiest way to get things done is to just block the chat from my view until we're ready for me to check in with it. It is nothing against any of you. This is all me being, ADHD AF. There we go. All right. Thank you, Mimi. I'm sure John will appreciate it. I'm pretty sure that's part of why he's not here today. Although I have a feeling he'll pop in later. Oh, that needs to go back where it belongs. There we go. All right. He's mumbling. I can't hear what he's saying. All right. Oh, coolio. Are we ready to get to the Oracle cards and the Tarot cards? Oh, we have holidays first. How about them apples? See, Di is brain dead this Friday. So before we dive into the cards, let's go see what holidays today brings us. We have National Pitbull Awareness Day for Luna and her neighbor friend Benji. Our loyal love bombs are, starting over. National Pitbull Awareness Day for Luna and her neighbor friend Benji, our loyal, goofy love bombs in fur. Pitbulls are ambassadors of unconditional love and resilience. Today we honor them and all bully breeds who remind us daily that labels do not define love. National I Care About You Day. A gentle reminder to say it out loud. I care about you. Whether it's a message, a hug, or simply a moment of presence, your compassion ripples further than you realize. Reach out to someone who really might need to hear it. International Dwarfism Awareness Day. Honoring the strength and visibility of little people communities worldwide. Today marks the birthday of Billy Barty, the founder of Little People of America. Some famous advocates and performers include Warwick Davis, we know him from Star Wars, Willow, and more. Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones, Kenny Baker, who was R2-D2, and B. Chandler, a groundbreaking advocate for disability rights. Can we celebrate their artistry and courage while amplifying voices for accessibility and representation today? It would be nice. World Opera Day. World Opera Day. Opera isn't just for gilded halls. It is pure emotion set to melody. I personally fell in love with it in high school when at graduation we played everyone in to Pomp and Circumstance, and we played a movement from La Traviata as the graduates left. That swell of sound just, still gives me chills. Verdi's music, capturing both triumph and farewell. Today, maybe listen to a favorite aria and let your heart swell a little too. I recommend Bizet's Carmen. And that is our holidays for today, my friends. Sorry, my brain went into screensaver mode. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Yes! Rose quartz today. Rose quartz today, yes. What in the hell did I do there? Oh, well. Rose quartz is one of my favorite stones. My three favorite stones are garnet, rose quartz, and hematite. They're points. They're little points. Nope. Not going there. Okay, so, here you go. See, it's a little point. Ooh. I could make them. Anyway. I have so many of these points in a little jewelry box that I have currently misplaced where the fluff I stuffed it. See, this is what happens when I rearrange shit. I lose things. But that's okay. Hey, John. I was not expecting you today, John. We have lit our candle for your family, and we are so happy to see you. Andrea, better late than never. Do-do-do-do. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Oh, Ride of the Valkyries is another good opera. How many of us learned the Ride of the Valkyries from Elmer Fudd? To kill the wabbit, to kill the wabbit. For those of you who are just coming in, today is World Opera Day, and my brain is now stuck on operas. La Traviata is a favorite because high school graduations. Bizet's, Carmen, Ride of the Valkyries. Yeah. Grow up in a household full of classically trained musicians, and you'll fall in love with a lot of music. Oh my gosh. Hey, Will, do yourself a favor, John, and go to YouTube and search for Elmer Fudd to Kill the Wabbit. And it's one of my favorites. That is one of the things that modern cartoons are not doing. So many of us in my generation were exposed to accurate history, classical music, and all sorts of shit like that through cartoons and stuff. I mean, the Animaniacs. The Animaniacs are used by school teachers. Wacko's World and Yakko's Jeopardy! The 50 states and their capitals, those are actually used by elementary school teachers to teach their kids those things. It's great. And then Wishbone with classical literature. I mean, come on. And you get people who need to remember a state capital, and because of the fact the song is set to Turkey in the Straw, they will sing through the entire song and go, oh, that's the one I needed. Although yeah, and I mean, how many people, because of the fact we teach kids the ABCs by singing the ABC song, how many people do you know that when they're alphabetizing something or need to figure out alphabetical order, they go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's what I needed. People learn better when it's set to music. That's where that picture went. When it's set to music. That's part of why old spells used to rhyme, because we didn't write them down. Writing spells down was dangerous, but you make it into a poem, make it rhyme, and it makes it so much easier to remember. Excuse me. I am going to recommend a content creator once I figure out what the fluff his name is. He takes nursery rhymes and tweaks them and makes them dark. I mean, not just nursery rhymes. I have seen him do Blood is Thicker Than Water recently, too. But I digress. I am a spooky, ooky, dark, and scary person, despite, the massive amounts of pink and purple in my life. I'm a pastel goth. Thank you. It is! And it makes life so much easier. I mean, hell, how many of us can remember words and tunes from songs from the 80s, if we're old enough, but cannot remember what the fluff we did yesterday? I can still, hell, I listen to music when I'm getting ready for this, and I listen to 80s music, and a song will come on, and I'll be like, oh, damn, I haven't heard this one in a while. And I'm just singing along with it. Don't need the lyrics up or anything. I'm just singing along with it. And then I realized the last time I heard that song was about 10 years ago. I can still sing songs that I learned in high school. I can still sing my high school alma mater. Yeah, that makes sense, Andrea. I was a kid in the 80s. My brothers were teenagers, and so they were listening to their own music. And so my parents listened to country. Two of my brothers liked Phil Collins and Genesis. The other one I could not tell you what he listens to. Oh, wait, he didn't listen to much because he was he was fairly deaf at that point, and it yeah, it didn't work well. But so 2 of my brothers were very much into pop music of the 80s. And then my sister-in-law listened to Richard Marx and loved Duran Duran, etc., etc. Yep. And so that's what I grew up with. And I have told you guys how we started watching Dragon Tales, right? You grew up around the time I graduated high school. My parents and I had the kids out at one of those soup and salad all-you-can-eat buffets. Yep. And one of the kids, I can't remember which one, I think it was Mikey, was not in a good mood that night. My son wasn't in a good mood. And so the woman, I believe she was Hispanic. Yeah, she is. And yes. And so she came over and she started singing the Dragon Tales theme song to him. And we're like, I like that one. That's pretty. And she had an amazing voice. And we're like, what show is that? And she's like, it's Dragon Tales. So we started watching Dragon Tales and fell in love with it to the point, I think in my storage unit right now, there is an Ord who is this tall, and a Cassie who's a little shorter because they were my kids' favorites. Oh, so Ord is about 3 feet tall, and then Cassie is 2 to 2.5. They're big. That's true. So yeah. Yep. So let us get moving on to our cards. Coming down on a sunny day. Yep. Yes. All right. So, our first, I just sang it too. Our first Oracle card for the day. Okay. Yeah, but thingamajigger. I'm glad it's Friday, y'all. All right, Oracle cards. Our first Oracle card is Commitment. Commitment. Followed by Unresolved Issues. I know. And last but not least, You Didn't Mean It. Okay. Almost blew the candle out. You've made a commitment to someone carrying deep, unresolved issues, and in doing so, their shadows have stirred. Though their soul knows that you didn't mean it, the ripples of pain echo still through their heart. Be gentle with them and with yourself, for healing rarely, if ever, moves in a straight line. Oh, what do you guys think of those cards today? Now, tarot. Our first tarot card is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. 3 of Pentacles reversed. That is the 3, not the Queen. Trying this again. First tarot card is 3 of Pentacles reversed. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Boredom with work situation and need for change. Next, The High Priestess reversed. Someone may be misusing their powers of persuasion to manipulate people into doing what they want. Sooner or later, they will be found out, and absolutely no good will come of it. Last but not least, Four of Cups reversed. Motivation and the ability to work out disappointing relationships or work situations. The Three of Pentacles reversed whispers restlessness and stagnation, a spirit weary of repetition, yearning for renewal and purpose. The High Priestess reversed reveals hidden motives and the misuse of intuition or charm. Manipulation has woven its web, but truth always pierces illusion, and revelation is near. Yet the Four of Cups reversed brings hope, a spark of renewed passion and clarity. You are ready to rise, to transform disappointment into inspiration, and to reclaim your sacred craft. What do you guys think of that? And now, my witchlings, let's braid the oracle and tarot together, bringing their voices into one sacred spiral message. You have made a commitment to someone with unresolved issues, stirring energies that tested both hearts. The Three of Pentacles reversed shows frustration and stagnation, while the High Priestess reversed unveils hidden manipulation. Yet the Four of Cups reversed brings renewal, and you are ready to heal, release, and rebuild from truth. What do you guys think of that? And then we have our affirmation. I honor what was revealed and release what no longer serves. Each truth uncovered is a doorway to my freedom. I rise with clarity, compassion, and power, ready to create from authenticity and love. What do you guys think of our affirmation? What do you guys think of the affirmations in general? Please give me feedback. Ha! What kids show do I wish was brought back and made into either live action or remastered? Honestly, I keep coming back to Mask. I loved that show as a kid. The whole concept of it. Because the other shows I watched as a kid, the other cartoons, most of them have been remade. I mean, no shit. We have G.I. Joe movies. Those were actually pretty decent. Michael Bay made the Transformers, so we've got that. Barbie was made into a movie. They made Gem and the Holograms, but they fucked it up. I want that redone. And then Mask. I'm so glad somebody likes the affirmations. I am a big affirmations person. As I showed you the other day, I have 3 of them sitting on my desk at all times. All right. Let us continue on. Namaste. Namaste asks us to befriend our future self. The future self. Imagine an aged version of yourself. Not 5 years older, not 10 years older, but a version of you that is satisfied with a long life lived. Have a conversation with this wise old version of yourself. What advice would you get? And build a relationship and get to know this version of you for 8 minutes. You may find that what is bothering you in the present has little to no significance at all. Funny how we can turn a stressful situation into nothing at all. What do you guys think? Let's move on to self-compassion. Self-compassion is telling us to compassion touch. Place your hands over your heart and notice if there is any tension, heaviness, or agitation. If so, send love and compassion to yourself. Try saying, I see you are suffering and I love you, and notice how those words feel as they land. All right. I need to take a very brief moment. I will be right back. I gotta go. Cabbage Patch Kids and Wuzzles were also pretty awesome. I know. But those are two others that I'm remembering. I loved the Wuzzles. The Wuzzles is the one I couldn't remember the other day. Yeah, on top of all of the other ways my body has of telling me that it absolutely despises our existence, IBS is one of them. So, yeah. But yeah, Wuzzles. I always forget the name of the Wuzzles, which is funny because I used to call my son a Wuzzle. But Wuzzles is where we got Rhino Key and Butter Bear and a couple of others, and it was a great show. I can't remember the hippo. Yeah, his grandma had a thing for knickknacks. I love knickknacks, but I hate dust collectors. Oh, I'm fine. I ate something for breakfast this morning that I haven't in a few months, and well, didn't agree with the tummy today, so I don't think I'm going to do that one again. I'm sad. Yeah. I was summoning demons. I did manage to banish them when I was done, though. All right, y'all. What are you dragging? Okay. Okay. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. It's just one of them days, I tell you. I am so glad it's Friday. Hi, Hazel. Yep, Hazel's here. Yay! She just hasn't been super talkative today. Totally not complaining there. I very much understand it. John mentioned Barney, and I keep coming back to the fact one of the guys I was friends with in high school, he and I agreed our kids were never going to watch Barney. His never did. My incubator got custody of mine and plopped them down in front of Barney. I know I have, but that one just drives me insane. All right. Thank you guys. You're awesome. And next, we are honoring the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. All right, today's goddess is Euronome, the goddess of balance and creation, who danced the cosmos into being, her movements weaving chaos into order and birthing the winds, the stars, and the earth. She embodies the eternal harmony of masculine and feminine, light and dark, movement and stillness. Her sacred dance reminds us that peace is not the absence of motion, but the grace within it. Today, gather with others in the spirit of unity, whether through work, ritual, or play. Celebrate the power of collaboration and shared intention. Bring Euronome's energy into your space with the dance of water and fragrant oils, cedar and jasmine, pine and lemon, infusing your surroundings with the rhythmic pulse of divine equilibrium. And I just realized that was not today's goddess picture. I don't think I downloaded today's goddess. I was distracted and in a hurry. I am mad at myself now. Grr. But see, I today is Friday, and I accidentally, because I need to download today's picture. See, I was doing 3 things at once like I normally am when I'm prepping, and accidentally did tomorrow's goddess instead of today, forgetting that it was Friday and what day of the month it is. So, yeah, I'm doing great. Oh, nice. Close, but not quite. But yes. And actually, give me a sec, because I do want you guys to see her. All right. Where is she? There she is. There she is. Yeah. Here. I downloaded her. We'll show you guys. Almost did, but what we'll do is I'll just reread it and show you guys the actual goddess for today. Because I'm... Yeah, not going to use... tomorrow, not using the picture that you used. She is actually a goddess of greetings. And she's pretty cool herself, but she'll probably pop up not necessarily next year, because next year she will be on Sunday, so who knows. There she is. All right. That is Uranome. Isn't she pretty? All right. All right. So we're going to completely redo that particular segment. You guys are my guinea pigs here, and I so love all of you. Next, we honor the goddess of the day, a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Uranome, the goddess of balance and creation, danced the cosmos into being, her movements weaving chaos into order and birthing the winds, stars, and earth. She embodies the eternal harmony of masculine and feminine, light and dark, movement and stillness. Her sacred dance reminds us that peace is not the absence of motion, but the grace within it. Today, gather with others in the spirit of unity. Whether through work, ritual, or play, celebrate the power of collaboration and shared intention. Bring Uranome's energy into your space with the dance of water and fragrant oils, cedar and jasmine, pine and lemon, infusing your surroundings with the rhythmic pulse of divine equilibrium. Haha. What do you guys think of that? What do you think of today's goddess? I think she's pretty, and you know, I love her thing. So, John, I know of other older siblings who were given the option of naming their younger sister. One young woman I know was absolutely obsessed with Disney's Pocahontas. When mom was pregnant with little sister, suggested naming little sister Pocahontas. They said, nope. So she went with her second favorite Disney princess and suggested Ariel. Sister is now named Ariel. The other one that comes to mind, it was an older brother, but that is a very sad story. We're not going to go there. But yes, yep. Hey, I can think of worse things. I mean, how many girls do we know of that are named Rhiannon after the Fleetwood Mac song, you know? Although I have to wonder if Elvira took her name from the Statler Brothers song or what. Hey, James, how are you doing today? How you doing? I sound like Joey Tortelloni. I remembered his name. I think that's his last name. Never watched Friends, but I know so much about it. So James is down in the landscape chat. Everybody else is vertical. It is his last name. Oh, sorry. So... Portrait chat is up here. Landscape is down here, so landscape is down. I'm sorry, y'all. My brain is such that my brain does not register that y'all cannot see what I see. Y'all can't, my brain is weird. Yeah, my brain, I was gonna go back to sleep for an hour. I was going to go back to sleep for a while this morning after I took care of the dogs and didn't, and now I'm kind of wishing I had. And I went to bed early for me last night. So yeah, I'm doing stellar. I'm just doing stellar. I'm doing awesome. Shall we move on? All right. Finally, my witchlings, we close out our divination with a moment of Zen, a teaching from the Little Book of Zen to carry into your day. All right, y'all. We have quotes from Gerard Manley Hopkins and Alfred North Whitehead. We start with Mr. Whitehead. The silly question is the The silly question is the first intimation of some totally new development. And then Gerard Manley Hopkins tells us, the world is charged with the grandeur of God. Nice. What do you find, people? Think of those. And that, my loves, is our moment of Zen for today. He clicked in the wrong spot. That is good to hear, Will. Rest is good, especially when you're in recovery like that. I definitely need, yeah. I'll be messaging you later, Will. All right. Oh, yes, James. If you don't mind being one of the witchlings, you are a witchling. That is what I call my followers and my friends here. In all actuality, I used to refer to my kids as my witchlings, and I totally jacked it from the title of a book. So yeah, it just kind of grew here. Number one, Aspen is a they, them, trans mask, but it looks perfectly normal. Everything is going good. And give me a second. There was more to that message. They were very happy that everyone was concerned for them. They don't live in the most supportive place. Missouri is not kind to, let's see, no need, the MRI results look normal, no excess bulging or pinching, no need for surgery, so yay, that is awesome. And then I had sent them a picture. Yay! Glad to hear it, James. And yes, we have 3 doggos. So as I said, James is in the other chat. We have 3 doggos. We have none of them in here right now. Holy shit. But wait, I have one in here. I have a sergeant under the desk. And then we have the Took Monster, who everybody is familiar with because he's an attention whore. And then we have Luna Tuna, who is our Pitbull Malamute mix. And her favorite place is to lay in my doorway so she can guard Mom. And then everybody knows the Furry Overlord, which segues nicely into segues nicely into me explaining one of the other things I did last night. Y'all know that I look up above my monitor when I'm talking to you. And the reason for that is on this side of the monitor, I have my human guardians. So my grandmother, the Spawn, my niece and nephew with my oldest. And then I come over here and I have my guardian kitties, of which 1, 2, 3 are no longer with us. Wait, 4 are no longer with us. And because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them hanging here. Who is my best friend? Right now, aside from the man behind the curtain, but he's my husband, My best friend right now is Alyssa, who is one of my staff. She is my melt instructor. She's another card reader, and she is a witch in training and an archaeologist in training. This woman, she's an archaeologist in training. She is a mom of 3 girls, all under the age of 12. She is a military wife. Let's see what, and then, she is a native Texan raised by her grandparents. This girl is just, she is so amazing. Who was it, babe? Yes. All right, y'all. All right, y'all, my witchlings, it is time to wrap up the show for the day, and then we can chit-chat all we want. So, as we open our circle with the extinguishing of our candle, we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors for joining us here today. Before we go, my witchlings, a small reminder that this channel is supported entirely by the witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here, simply magic and love. So please like, share, and subscribe. And now our closing blessing. May your truth be gentle, your healing brave, and your heart open to the light ahead. May each question you ask lead you closer to your sacred becoming. Remember, witchling, every ending hums with creation, and every breath is a spark of the divine within you. Go out now and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There is already enough darkness and hate. Can we please try to be beacons of hope and light for those lost in the dark? Be sure your loved ones, whether they walk on 2 legs, fly with wings, curl up with fur, glide on scales, or tiptoes on paws and claws, know that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away far, far faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come way too soon. Always, always, always remember, my witchlings. Please always remember. You are loved. You are wanted. You are needed. And your purpose here is real and genuine, even if you have yet to discover it. I was 45 before I did. I love you all to bits. Namaste, my witchlings. Hello, hello, hello. Time to change glasses. Ick. All right. A little better. Hey, lady. Hey, Teresa. Just in time for the after party. Teresa and Rena. Haha. All right. There we go. Yep, James, we close out the daily draw and go right into this. So, I do have chatters. I do have people in both chats, so I will try to remember to tell y'all when I'm responding to someone in the other one. Make no promises. Some days we take a little bit longer break between daily draw and going into the after party, but yeah, I took my break earlier. I have something I have to share with you guys. So all of y'all know that Kat is my marketing director, my adopted kid, etc., etc. Oh, you're fine, James. James says they'll leave me alone. No, we're good. But Kat is a bonus kid, a dear friend, and an integral part of the Yoga with Dai and Dai the Yoga Witch teams. But what many of you do not know is Kat is a huge Bigfoot fanatic, which is why she is starting her own, business and blog and everything that is called Where We Both Walk. All right, now I can show you her business card. There we go. But she went to a convention down in Oregon. No, you're going to want to keep the camera so I can show something. She went to a convention down in Oregon and brought something back for Mom because Mom does yoga. It is Bigfoot in Warrior 2, which is my favorite yoga pose. Is that not adorable? So my little friend here has been chilling out on my shelf. I mention it because she is currently on her way to another convention right now. So, I know. All right. So, I have floating shit. Isn't it adorable? All right. I have some wonderful people in my life. I really do. Isn't it? She saw it and she's like, oh my God, I got to get that for Mama Di. I'm like, yes. I am probably going to get a similar one. I need to find Bigfoot in a different pose, probably tree pose, to give to my oldest because his nickname from birth has been Sasquatch. Oh. Oh, no. I still got a little bit of coffee. We're good. That's why I'm drinking coffee and pepper. All right. Isn't it, though? That's what she said. She's like, that is so Mom. So this child, for her birthday was the day we went to the Gen X takeover, and her mom wanted to have dinner with her. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Yes, I did. I will look further at that in a minute because I got to scroll. But this child decides to take me and her mother to dinner before, we go to our event that night. And I'm like, seriously? I know your mom already doesn't like me that much because, the way you talk about me, and now you're going to do this. And she's like, yup. So the story there is the fact that her mom is marginally better than mine, but not much. So, life goes on. It was a pleasant enough afternoon and evening, so not complaining. Why do I do that every damn time? So I hate these things being too loose. But if I wrap this one tight, it overlaps too much. But I'm just going to have to deal with that today. My OCD is screaming. And yes, I know people use OCD as that they will joke about having OCD. Because essentially Kat has told her I'm a better mom than she is. And yeah. Kat's mom has had some issues and had issues when Kat was young. There is a reason that Kat's father raised her and her sister. And Kat has basically bragged to her mom that not only did I manage to raise all three of my kids and do a good job of it, but other things, like having my own business now, surviving all of the shit that I survived. And so I don't think it's so much that she doesn't like me. She just uses, yep, she's jealous. And, yeah. I don't like the fact that Kat has done this, and I have said as much. But I can't control her because, well, she isn't my kid. And I treat her like one as often as possible. Yeah, not that I could control my kids at this point anyway, because they're all adults, and I don't do that shit, but still. Yeah. So, yeah, it did. It makes me feel funny. Spend enough time around a Jewish mother to develop that particular guilt trip skill. Jewish mothers and Catholic guilt. Those are the two worst things, you know? Guilt is a very powerful tool. It's a very powerful tool of control, and I absolutely despise using it. Yeah, he has a point. Think about it this way. Think about how powerful a weapon of control guilt is in respect to making women feel guilty for enjoying sex. Did you say that, or is he around? Oh, well, hello. I couldn't see you, fuzzy butts. Sorry, I said that, and then I got a meow. I was watching one of our favorite YouTubers last night, and he introduced us to his dog. And it was so cute because he's this big badass guy. Used to drive long haul truck kind of things. Just this big badass. And somebody asked him if he had a dog, and if he didn't, what breed would he want? And he's like, let me introduce you to someone. And he takes his camera and shows us this absolutely adorable golden lab. His name is Clyde because his half-sister was Bonnie, so he had Bonnie and Clyde. But the funniest part of it was he talks to the camera like a buff big bad guy, and he starts talking to God. Who's the goodest boy? Are you such a good boy? Yes, you are such a good boy. And we're just like, we love watching you go from talking to humans to baby talking to the animal. And I'm like, you know what? I do the same damn thing when Tookers or Fuzzbutt comes in. Or even worse, the little man's here. Yeah, you will be. Yeah. Hi, baby. Just checking on him. But yeah, it's so funny. Nope, he just plopped his head back down and went back to sleep. He's such a good boy. Love my pupper. So I'm happy with my puppers. But I turn into such a frickin' goober. And if it's not me, Cece pops out and starts talking to him on their level. It's adorable. I love my furry children. Another loose tooth and it's pissing you off. Dude, Zen. I really hope you get into the dentist soon, because that doesn't sound good. Especially as a teenager, you should not have loose teeth like that, sweetheart. Yeah. But yeah, and weird. So YouTube is being weird right now. I need to fix that. Give me a second. Those look like they're going to fall out. There we go. All right. So YouTube is being weird at the moment. Day before yesterday, it said we needed 90 hours or so of watch time to make monetization. Then yesterday, it said like 100 and something. And now today, it says 80. Ah, that kind of makes sense then, Zen. Here's hoping things go well. But we are at 88 hours of watch time, so please pop my videos on one of my playlists on and just let it play through a couple of times while you're doing whatever. just mute it and run it in the background. But please, just let's get there, because the fun part. Once I hit that first level, that is when I can offer a shop here. And once that pops up, I am going to start offering my candles, my earrings, my bracelets, and the spell books I'm coming up with. So, the faster you guys get me to monetization, the more of a flame under my ass it lights to get this shit made. Oh, I hate that feeling, Zen. I've been actually thinking about you the past couple of days. You know how I talk about this tooth being an implant and how it happened? This one, I have a cavity that's kind of eating away at where the temporary crown on it is, and I'm just waiting for it to fall apart now. I am so vain, and I do this. It is going to be so hard for me to do that when that tooth breaks, because right now I can't afford to get it fixed, nor can I easily afford to get the flapper for it. So I'm just, yeah, I suspect I'm going to be doing the show with a mask on for a while, because I can't do that. Cannot do that. Nope, not my thing. I can't. All right, oof. Yeah. So yeah, that is the other reason. Oh, wobbly teeth. Yeah. Sorry, he's talking in my ear. There are days when I wish you guys could hear what I'm responding to. It'd just make my life easier, but that's okay too. Let's see what else. What do you guys want to see from me as far as merch goes? We're going to have the stickers. We're going to have coffee mugs. We're going to have some of that fun stuff. But what would you guys like to see me put out? That doesn't sound right. Oh, no. No. This is definitely vanity. When this one broke, I was crying, oh my God, I'm ugly now. And I know it's a little bit of vanity, and I know where it stems from, but that's okay. And especially being on camera like this, I am noticing some of my more obvious flaws, such as the fact that after drinking black coffee and cola and smoking for so many years, my teeth are not as white as they could be. So I'm working on that. Ooh, sage and such. So one of the things that I'm going to be selling, Hazel, is going to be pre-made spell kits. So that might be helpful. I did just get my, wholesale account with a couple of retailers that I absolutely love, one of them being Azure Green. I will send people to Azure Green as much as I can until I start selling their stuff. Yeah, dentures are fun. But let's see, Azure Green, and then I am working, oh shit, that was what I meant to do. Yeah, sarcasm with the fun, by the way. And then I am working on getting my reseller's permit here in the state of Washington. And I think I have a message about that. Mini besoms. Yes! That is actually one of the things I'm looking at. Yes, I am actually also I'm working on a couple of books. I have my grimoire that I'm going to be putting out, and that will have some of the stuff that we are doing in Witchy 101 in it. I am going to be doing a self-care and journaling kind of a thing. I'm going to take all of my journaling prompts that I've been putting out on social media and the blogs. Those are going to go into a journal. So I've got like 10, 15 book ideas that I'm throwing around right now. I'm debating what I'm going to do to start is I'm going to offer them as downloadable PDFs on Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon. And then once I can figure out, I need to do the research on who to go through to have them published. Because I unfortunately do not have the ability to do that here. I cannot actually create them here. I can't bind them. That's the word I'm looking for. That is a very cool picture, Zen. But let's see. What else am I looking into? Actually, that reminds me. Oh, shit. Where did I stash it? Well, that doesn't do me a damn bit of good if I keep it where I can reach it, but put shit in front of it so I can't. I also have these, which I can put the link for in Linktree and that. It's just a plain spiral bound notebook. What that is, lined. Oh, that would be adorable, Hazel. And I know where I just found my ink pad to stamp their paws with. That would be so cool. Being tempted to lick glue in school is nothing compared to what my classmates did. I have classmates who would put liquid glue all over their hands and then either lick it off or peel it. And then there were the paste eaters, which... Okay, so... Okay. Research. Self-publishers or on-demand publish. I know a bunch of Amazon books are on-demand or self-published. I've gotten a couple of notebooks. And then... for children. How about bookmarks with their paw prints? Okay. Sharpies, I can deal with that. The old scented markers, though, were so much better. I can see the little freaking character, but I can't remember the name of them. They still exist, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes. Expo markers and huffing them, yeah. Yup. No rush, Mimi. I know a lot of people who have eaten cupcake wrappers because they thought you were supposed to. Yup. Thank God it was paper, right? Oh. Muffins. The number of people I know who have eaten their muffins without taking the paper off of them. I can't do. Oh, not my texture fun. Let's see what else. There is a part of me that wants to write a memoir, but that's going to wait until, I'm a little bit more popular. There is also going to be a Sacred Spiral Flow type book. I do know other people who do that. Kit Kats without breaking them apart. Give me a break. He's saying blasphemy. Let's see what else. I've never had... Oh, God. I actually have done that. So I empathize there. I used to love those things. Now it's kind of weird because the last time I remember having them was over at the in-laws for, I think, Christmas. And it's been a few years because my sister-in-law's ex was the one chopping it, slicing up the sausage. All kinds of jokes were made there, too. Yeah. Let's see, what else are we doing? T-shirts. There is a part of me, because I have it designed, I want to put out my own yoga mats. Yep. Hey, paper's better than nothing. Or better than other options. I would rather eat paper than foil or some of the other options out there. Sorry. That's true. Paper is basically just extra fiber in your diet. That's part of why kids will eat paper. Yeah, the wax is kind of makes me think of a bluebell wrapper. Bluebell, baby bell. Except less paper, more wax, or less wax, more paper. It took me forever to decide I liked Baby Bell. Because of that. I think the first couple of times I tried to eat it, I didn't realize that you were supposed to take the wax off. The wax wrapper off. Yeah. I was also that kid who ate the wax fangs at Halloween. I was a very strange child. Okay, no. I was a very sheltered child. And because of this, I did not know that there are a lot of things that you're just not supposed to do. Oh, yeah. I'm going to rebraid it. Because I know. I'm taking it out of the double braids. I'm taking it out of the Dye the Yoga Witch braids and going back to just dye ponytail for now. I had discovered the way to prevent people from necessarily recognizing me in public after I've been on YouTube for a while. If my hair is not in the Wednesday Addams braids and I'm not wearing the heart-shaped glasses, woohoo, hello, I'm slightly more difficult to recognize. Hey, Mimi, I am so sorry for screaming in your ear, darling. You know what we're going to do? Where did I put it? There it is. Haha. Oh, yep, Mary's back. Right. Hey, it actually goes well with this sweater, too. Look at that. I look completely different. I love it. That is such a cool idea. I like it. Like it. I like it. I love it. No, I was going with boot camp. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Make it hurt, DC. Make it hurt. We did jumping jacks to that. 4 count jumping jabs. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sorry. Flashbacks to 95, 96. Woohoo! But yeah, yep, train of thought just collided with something and it exploded. Whoop, whoop. So, did you guys vote in the poll? The headband is more comfortable sometimes, especially this one. But I put my hair, so the reason for the braids, I have a CPAP and I have to figure out, and I cannot sleep with my hair loose. I will wake up with more tangles than hair. So, and it will wrap around my neck and just, it's a pain in the ass. And so I used to sleep with it in a bun up here, but that ended up getting knocked out and it was horrible. And I discovered that if I put my hair into braids before I go to bed at night, and it has to be 2 braids to pull over my shoulders. If I put my hair in the braids, I can wear my CPAP around it, and then I roll out of bed and get the dogs out and get the day started. And if I forget to fix my hair, it doesn't look awful. I don't have to necessarily worry about it too much. So I just started doing that and then taking the braids out after being on stream and going about my day sometimes. Don't always take the braids out. So that's how the braids started. And it looks It looks kind of nice, but if I want to look slightly more adult and professional, this is what we do. The other thing with the braids is they really emphasize the fact that I look like I'm native. And yeah. See, Zen, that I understand that one. I have never been one because of the fact my hair tangles as easily as it does. I have always slept with it tied back either in a ponytail, a braid, or something. Also, my second husband, the one that I actually slept with on a regular basis, shared a bed with on a regular basis. That sounds better. He hated it when my hair would get in his face in his sleep. And so I had to tie it up, and it just kept going. Yes. I am not a huge fan of heights. I am okay with heights if I am in a building such as the Space Needle or a skyscraper or some such. However, if I'm out in the wild and up that height, nope. My dad used to love taking me up on the roof of the 16-story building they managed in San Diego. And he'd just be doodling along doing whatever he needed to do. But he was equally afraid of heights, but he thought it was funny to, encourage me to go peek over. He'd go, "Oh, look at what's down there, Di." And I'm like, "Nope, I'm staying right here, Daddy." "Oh, you gotta come see it. It's really cool." "Nope, I'm staying right here." "Your loss." Yup. Love my dad, but we were horrible. Oh, dear Lord. You went on the cable car. Yeah, that totally sounds like something I would do. There is this. Yes. Can you pull up a picture of the wheel so they can get perspective on this one? For my 40th birthday, the man behind the curtain wanted to treat me to something that I had wanted to do. And I love Ferris wheels. But I had wanted to do the great wheel that is on the Seattle waterfront. This thing is like, okay, here we go. That is actually exactly the picture I just clicked to. So it is very, very, very high up there, and the floor of the car is see-through even. So, that was interesting. Thank you. It was so much fun though. Other than the fact, they had to stop the car. We had to wait a while because somebody hurled in one of the cars before we got in. But it was fun. The first time I got on an actual Ferris wheel at the county fair, in a while, I went with my then boyfriend and my mom. And, she was laughing at me because he started to rock the car and I freaked the fuck out. So, there we go. Where is it, babe? Zoom. Ah, there it is. Okay, so this is how tall the wheel is on the waterfront. Oh, working on something. There we go. Okay. We are looking. Oh, there's a chance. Okay. Really big picture, but here we go. All right. Yep, he's fixing it so that y'all can see it. Boom, 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 boom. Haha. I was watching something about being. I am agoraphobic. Not agoraphobic. I feel so bad for people who are agoraphobic. I understand it. A dear friend is agoraphobic. I have my moments. I am arachnophobic, horrifically so. Can they see that? I think. Yeah. So this right here, or if you're on landscape, this right here is the Great Wheel on the Seattle waterfront. And you see how big it is in relation to the buildings around it. There is, yeah, y'all can see the Space Needle in the background too. There is a really cool looking cable car in Portland that I have. Did not know that was the one you were referring to, Andrea. So apparently great minds think alike. I have seen the cable car in Portland as I'm cruising through Portland on the freeway, and I keep going, damn it, I really want to see where it goes and what it's for, and then I want to take a ride on it because it just seems cool. But I know Portland, and so I'm a little more comfortable with that. God, I miss Portland. The Oregon State Fairgrounds, though, has an interesting people mover from one side of the fairgrounds to the other. And it is it Oregon or is it San Diego? San Diego County Fairgrounds. I apologize. Might be Salem as well. But they have a freaking ski lift that moves you from one side of the fairgrounds to the other. And it is so cool. So fun. Furry children are being goobers. Yep. The Space Needle can be rough because you have the option of staying inside the observation deck or going outside. I went outside because even though I'm terrified of heights, that's pretty freaking cool. And the awesome thing is they have, I want to say, net or something to keep you from going over. But things like the Coronado Bay Bridge, no thank you. I will happily never cross that bridge again. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of heights. I am not a fan of spiders. I absolutely despise snakes. And even at 47 years old, I still have issues occasionally being afraid of the dark. Sears Tower sounds cool. I want to go to New York and see I just lost the name of it. But there's some really, really tall buildings in New York. Yeah, unfortunately I inherited my dad's fear of snakes. The spiders thing, most little kids go through, especially young girls, go through a streak where they're, kind of afraid of spiders. My brothers decided to enhance that and chase me around the house with a book with a ginormous fucking spider on the front of it. I am finally to the point that I can see a spider and not freak out. No, it's a boop noodle for cat. Yep. I call them nope ropes. Ferrets are adorable and cool, but they stink. Oh, do they smell horrible. A former friend had ferrets. Yeah. I am going to do my A Friend of this year. I got to figure out where I'm going to put it, though. Yep. Mimi, that's what happened to me. When the incubator and I went on the Ferris wheel with my then boyfriend, we got up to the top of it and they stopped with us right at the top. And I'm just like, and then he was an asshole and started rocking the car. And I'm just like, I don't know that I've ever mentioned his name to you because I don't do anything about with him anymore. Oh no, this was an actual open Ferris wheel car. Yeah. Oh. Ew. Yep, boof noodle. Uh-huh. Oh, so Cat is in hurry up and wait mode. Hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. Welcome to the military. Hurry up and wait. Oh, why did my brain flash back to that? We had to do a UA when we got to boot camp. The problem is they had herded us to the bathroom as soon as we got off the bus. Why they did this, I do not know. Because then they herded, we went through like 3 other things, and then they herded us into this room. Nothing to drink for a while, and they made us walk until we had to pee. Some of us were there for like an hour and a half. Mandatory Fun Day Sundays are a thing. That is when your command decides that we are going to do team building and have fun while we're at it, so they do Mandatory Fun Day. That is when I played. That is how I played volleyball on the exact volleyball court that the infamous scene in Top Gun was filmed on. And ended up with a waffle print on my ass. The waffle print, yeah, the shorts I'm wearing right now are about the same length. How many of us remember the old jogging shorts from the 80s that barely covered your ass cheeks? Hi. Owned a few pairs in 95, 96. Those were our PT shorts. And the picnic tables and the benches at this volleyball court had that damn waffle weave to them. And so half of us were sitting on the table, the other half of us were sitting on the benches. That's true. And while a bunch were playing volleyball. Those of us who could get away with it stayed on the benches or the tables and just didn't play. I was one of those. I am not a volleyball player. When I got up an hour and a half later, I, like many of my shipmates, had the waffle ass. It was hilarious. Tarantulas, don't like them. But a friend of a friend had one that she taught to bring her smokes. I know. Oh, we are so screwed. Oh, shit. Yeah, shutting the door now because, whilst I am afraid of eight-legged freaks, he's worse. Yep, I used to. But, yeah, let's see what else. Crocodiles, crocs, and gators, I am okay with as long as they're over there and I am over here and there is something preventing them from getting close to me. Can you guys hear him? Oh, whooping cough is no fun. What? You want to come say hi? Where'd you go? There you are. Come here. You gotta come over here. Thank you. Come here. 1, 2, 3. Upsies. Ups-a-daisy, baby cat. There you go. Whoop. Baby cat. No, he's a 10-year-old baby. Oh, God, I have so been there, Zen. Asthmatic. I regularly cough myself sick when I've got a cold. You know, baby. You're a good boy. See? I turn into that. I'm professional and intelligent and adult when I'm talking to you guys. I take to you, baby, and it's yours. My goofy cat. Oh, shit. Are you putting your 2 cents worth in, sweetheart? Hi, sweet boy. I guess he did want to put his 2 cents worth in. He's a good boy. Oh, what are we doing? Hey. What do you want this? Whoops, I just bopped him in the snoot. Nope, he has nothing more to say. He just laid down in the Sphinx position. He's such a good cat. I love him. Yeah. Oh, God, that would be awesome, Andrew. Shit, can't talk to that one. I need somebody with artistic talent to draw that for me. He's a good boy. Oh, you got goobers in your eyes. What are you crying about? I have taken antibiotics. I have taken antibiotics that were horse pills. I lived on Keflex for, the last half of one of my pregnancies. That was not fun. Yeah, kitty cat ASMR. I love my baby. I can't believe he's 10. 10. And my little furry overlord. One of the pictures that I have up in my Guardians now is his other mother, his feline mother. And I love it. I wonder, did we lose what? I'm trying to figure out if sending him a picture of my gallery here would be worth it, because I've got some really adorable cats. I have a Spoonie Friends former ESA. We lost him a few years back. And then I have Shadow, who was Aspen's ESA. Then I have a picture of the Grand Cat. Oh, fuck that shit. Then there's Fuzzbutt. And then there's Loki. And then there's a picture of Kitsy and Ghosty together. Yeah, nope. I am so not well, I am, but I'm not looking forward to that, if it makes sense. Because if there's snow on the ground out there, maybe it won't be 75, 80 degrees in my office. A girl can hope. Oh, yes. Oh, more than once. It was rather embarrassing. I also, and this is a story that my ex-best friend used to love telling. Proof that I can sleep through literally anything. The area where we would muster, i.e. line up and be counted, do roll call and shit, was outside. And our barracks was basically right across the river, if you could call it a river, from the end of the takeoff runway for San Diego International. I had laid down on one of the picnic tables. I was exhausted that day. Laid down on the picnic table and fell asleep. And did not hear them call muster. Did not hear everybody around me yelling about it. Slept through a plane going overhead. And slept through my name being called. However, about 4 of the people who knew me went, "She's right there." And they're like, "She okay?" "Yeah, we think so. She just fell asleep." "Is she still breathing?" "Yes." "Okay, send her to me when she wakes up." "Okay." So I went and talked to the LPO when I woke up, the mustering petty officer. Went to talk to them when I woke up, and I'm like, "I am so sorry. I don't know what happened." And they're like, "You were there. People vouched for you, pointed out where you were, explained what was going on." So, yeah. So for about a week after that, when my name was called, they wouldn't necessarily call me by name. They'd say "dead recruit," and I'd be like, "Here." We had one petty officer, because of the fact we were right under the runway. That didn't sound right. Right under the takeoff path. She would call us, because we'd be standing at parade rest during whatever she was talking to us about. She would then see the airplane coming, call us to attention, about face, so we'd turn around, wave, "Hi!" And then she'd call us back to attention and facing forward again. But yeah, we had fun. I love snow. I do not love driving in snow. But I do like the snow. My body, we have a love-hate relationship with the cold. There are parts of my body that hurt less when it's freezing outside. There are other parts that hurt more, so hey. However, the very first decent snowfall we get where it actually sticks, Luna and I have our ritual where she and I go for a walk. It's not usually a super long walk, but we go for a walk and she just snow, and she has the best time. So I went snowmobiling on my honeymoon and wrecked the snowmobile. So I am not doing that again. That said, I do now know how to ride a motorcycle, and they're very similar controls, so I would do better on it, but oh my God. I felt so bad. I want to do snowshoeing. Because I think snowshoeing and Luna would be fun together. Speak of the devil! Hello! She is. She would not. She would, yeah, sink into the snow. Do you want to come say hi, baby girl? Nope, she's running the fuck away. Mom said my name. I gotta go see Mom. See, I have arthritis in my hands and my knees. And probably my toes. But I can't deny her that joy. Or the littles up here, so it's fun. No one will snow with you. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at, Hazel. But see, I also... I wish I could see that. Parrot cats. The spawn does not feel cold. This boy will go out in flip-flops and shorts, shirtless, in the snow. Because he just doesn't feel it. So, he will go walk with us. Which is cool. His favorite thing, though, the number of times that boy has drugged me out to the backyard to have a snowball fight that I lose miserably. I don't complain because, you know, he's happy. And, you know, the man behind the curtain had a kitty cat who did that, whose name was Parrot. Yeah, why is it not right? It's not that he's trying to make me lose. It's simply the fact that I can't throw a snowball to save my life. And he has decent aim. He does. But it's still fun. I just see it as being fun. We're going to finish coffee here soon. Yup. So, as was pointed out, I have a masochistic streak. And I'm like, yeah, we've known this for a while. And he's like, it's better than a streak that someone admitted to have a politician. A politician nominee admitted that they have a streak in them. And we're all like, you can't have a streak of that. That's one of those toggle switches. You either are or aren't. That's like being a little bit pregnant. I'm a little pregnant right now. How are you a little pregnant? You either are or you are not. This is one of the few things that are truly binary. And it's just... I have no words for this one. I will admit, though, I am guilty of the I'm a little bit pregnant thing. Wow, yeah, I'm looking at our view numbers. Ain't nobody been watching us today. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Ooh, another piece of merch that I'm thinking of. Well, quit wobbling it. Yes, the ADD is wild. Do you guys want witchling hats? Do y'all want witchling hats? Like witchy hats that have my logo on them? Because I could do that. I just think they're fun. Ain't I wonderful? Let's see, what else am I doing? I have some other ideas, but I have not. He's saying, don't encourage me. Don't give her ideas. Oh, I do. I do. I want to say embarazado is one of those words that does not mean what it looks like in English. But yeah, I had the hardest time with simpático v fácil, which is, you would think simpático would mean simple. It does not. Fácil is the one that means simple. And for the moment, I cannot remember what the fuck simpático means. I wonder if Google would do it. It does, that's right. Because oh my God. I don't remember what I was trying to translate. But I was trying to translate a word. And I was yelling. So I have a Google speaker. A Google Nest speaker. I think it is compatible. Yeah. That is true too, John. But I have a Nest under my monitor here. And I was trying to translate, I believe, the word brown into Spanish. So I kept saying, how do you say brown in Spanish? And it wasn't giving me the right word. And finally I went, hey, ¿cómo se dice brown en español? And it gave me the right fucking word. Please explain this to me. I asked it the exact same question I did in the same grammar as I did in English. Yes! Looking now. But it just, I don't know. There it is. Click. Oh, that's a cute. Oh, wait, that's Hazel's kitty. Oh my gosh. That's a floofy kitty. And a very happy kitty. Aww. That's Esme. Okay. But yeah, I love it. Oh, it was Spawn and I that were doing that too. And we were both frustrated because neither one of us could remember how to translate that word. And then we sat here and laughed for a good 10 minutes over that because I screamed it at the damn thing in frustration. They do that. It did. It swore back at me that night too. To like, really? Oh my good gods. But yeah, I love having it. Although it's been annoying me recently. Yep. Yes, I told it go fuck yourself, and it said, usted es un pendejo. Don't they? Yo estoy, basically, you're rationing the cheese, and I love it. I love cheese. You didn't give me enough. One of the most common phrases people learn in Spanish is, ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde es el baño? Good gods, my grammar is awful. English and Spanish. Oh man, I'm jealous. That's actually not horribly expensive, but yeah, I would not have gotten something that expensive as a teenager. Yeah, including Japanese. The most expensive thing my parents bought me was my leather jacket. Oh God, yep, that happens. Hilariously, I was on the phone with my dad. And let's see. He asked Duncan if he needed to use the doggy door. And my dogs heard him because I was on speaker. And they perked up and they all ran for the door. And I'm like, damn it, Dad. What? All three of them want to go out now. And he just started cracking up and he's like, sorry, not sorry. I love you, Dad. How many of us watch SNL? I'll get to you in a second, babe. Tell me as I'm saying this. But SNL had to change what they say. SNL had to change what they would say after their musical guest had performed, because they used to say, want to hear more from this artist? Well, say, hey Siri, play this. And he said it exactly the way you would when you want your phone to respond or your iPod. And I the first time I heard it, I'm like, oh my God, I wonder how many people's phones just started playing. And at the end of that season, they changed how it was said. Find it on Apple Music. Oh. We used to watch it religiously, and then last year, last year, we just kind of stopped watching it as often. Still enjoy it, but we don't watch it every week like we used to. He can't stand some of the skits these days. Oh shit, I didn't think about the fact I have internationals. SNL is Saturday Night Live, and it is an hour long? It's an hour long sketch comedy show that has launched so many comedy careers. That's, Sabrina Carpenter's the last one we really watched. But if you are familiar with Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Pete Davidson, some of the other famous comedians that he became a politician. All right. Gilda Radner, Jane Curtin, there are more, but I can't come up with any of them. But all of them started on... Chris Farley was one. The Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers actually started as an SNL skit. Mike Myers. Wayne's World, the movie that many of us know from the 90s, that originally started as... No, Bill and Ted was not. Wayne's World was originally a... SNL skit. Samuel L. Jackson has hosted, but he is not a comedian. Famous SNL alum. Rob Schneider. Let's see. Dan Aykroyd, Gilda Radner, Tina Fey, Adam Sandler, Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray, Will Ferrell, Amy Poehler, John Belushi, Chris Farley, Maya Rudolph, Mike Myers, Chevy Chase was one of the original cast members. Chris Rock, Kristen Wiig, Dana Carvey, Kate McKinnon, Al Franken was the other one, and Jimmy Fallon. And Seth Meyers was a writer. So, Fred Armisen wasn't. You're thinking Al Franken. No, Fred Armisen, I think, was. You're correct. Yep, Rob Schneider is not a... Nope. Oh, yes. Yes. He is very gross. Rob Schneider, he is part of why I won't watch one of the... There is a show, God, Colbert has talked about it. Colbert actually had a guest spot on it, I think. I could be confusing Rob Schneider with one of the Nepo babies. I can see his dad's face. Jerry is his dad's name. Yep, Seth Meyers also wrote for the Simpsons. No, is it Seth Meyers? No, I don't think it was Seth Meyers. I want to say... Seth. Shit. Nope. Seth MacFarlane, I think, is the one you're talking about. Seth MacFarlane has done a lot of stuff. Oh, I know. Stiller, thank you. Jerry Stiller, Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller. Hi, Mrs. Ka. Oh, was he? Oh, God. Tig Notaro is so hilarious. Ben Stiller, I did not realize his mother was also a comedian. Granted, his parents did a comedy act together for many years. He just did a documentary about his parents. But I knew his dad, but I did not realize that his mom was his mom. Oh, that's cool. But yeah. But yeah, I get fucking Rob Schneider and Ben Stiller confused at times. That makes me wonder. Oh, and apparently Snoop Dogg is trying to win back the queer community. I cannot remember what exactly he did, but he did something recently. Yes, Gravity Falls is pretty awesome. Let's see. So literally the only issue with Ben Stiller is Tropic Thunder. And Tropic Thunder, the whole issue with that was the fact that RDJ was in blackface. Yeah. What's he wanting to do? What? Alright. So apparently Oh? Did he get... Oops. Okay. We will talk soon. Alright, y'all. Yep. Oh, that's awful. Alright, y'all. It is time to wrap up for the night, so... Look at that. 13 votes. Love it. That sounds like a really good idea, Hazel. I will talk to you all later tonight for guided meditation. So, go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness because there's already enough darkness and hate. Can we try to be beacons of hope and light? Tell your loved ones, be they human, furry, scaly, or feathered, that you love them beyond words. You don't know how long you have with them. And then, my darling witchlings, please always, always, always remember that you are loved, you are wanted, and you genuinely are needed. I will see you all soon. I love you to bits. Namaste, witchling.